Hey guys. It's that. Cassie found something here. It's the size of a nickel.
Buffalo nickel. Give me the fufu juice.
Oh! I gotta keep digging some more here. Let's see what else we can get. I found myself a bucket lister. I got a crotal bell.
It's a weedy.
You found a weedy?
Yes.
Sweet. A Walking Liberty 1943 half dollar. Oh my god, it's freaking gorgeous. You got an Indian? Oh my god, Cassie got an IHP. Needless to say, I am a happy camper. Well, we are back at the field that I found the gold ring and stuff at. Have been here half hour or so, haven't found a huge amount of stuff. I did just find my first interesting thing, part of an old toy gun. It was probably 2.5 inches down. It was really shallow. I'm searching kind of off to the side of the field area. There's like a middle area that I haven't had a good luck in here at this spot, so that's what I'm focusing on right now, just to kind of get it out of the way. So far, not a whole lot, but I got this. We'll take it. Well, this is not your typical find. Just right over there somewhere, just a few feet that way, I found a couple of pieces of plastic with some metal in them. I didn't know what they were. Now I do. I found the rest of it. I got the top to an old distributor cap off of something. I have changed many of these out in my life. Interesting piece of junk, basically. But not something you find every day. Okay, this is a bit unusual. That was, 7 inches down. I mean, 6 inches down, maybe. Ringing in 18, maybe bumping 19. And I was not expecting that. I was expecting some sort of a piece of garbage. It was ringing kind of like Indian head pennies, but that does not look like an Indian head. It does look like some sort of a coin, though, but it's bigger than anything I expected to see. Is it a button? I just got a button. Oh my god, I just got a button. I never find buttons. I just found a flat. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Look at the decoration on that. I just dropped it. I think I just found a 1700s button, 1800s possibly. And it has a shank. It's squished, but holy cow. Oh my gosh. This is an amazing find for today, for here, for this area. This is amazing. Let me clean this up just a hair. Look at that. That is beautiful. Wow. For me, this is an amazing find. I know guys like stealth diggers and guys that are on the East Coast find a lot of buttons. We don't have a lot of this around this area. I don't get to find this. This is amazing. A flat button. Look at that. That made the whole day. That made it worth the fact that it's going to rain the next few days. It does have lettering, LATR something. I'll have to look that up. I think there's other letters in there too. My gosh, that is amazing. I am so stinking excited. Oh yes. This is better than silver for me because I can find silvers. I never find stuff like this. Oh, gosh, yes, that's worth getting out. That's worth getting out. That's why we go detecting, boys and girls. All right, let's see what else we can find. It is 12:31, and I'm going to be here. I'm hoping till about 2-ish or so. So I got a good hour and a half left to go. All right, yet another unexpected find. This was ringing up 12 or 13 like a nickel, and 7 inches down, I've got a spoon. Gonna get some of the dirt out of it. I don't think it's going to be particularly hugely interesting, but there we go. We got us a spoon. Decorative. It's got some decoration on it. Look at that. It would have been a nice spoon back when it was new. That's a nice one, isn't it? I'll clean it up better later, but unexpected find yet again. couple of minutes later, and here we go again. Yet another unexpected signal. Don't even know what it is, actually. It was ringing up like a zinc penny, except a couple of notches higher. I mean, one notch higher. I think this is a handle to something. 1903 patent date on it. That's cool. Oh, it has wheels on this end. Whoa, I don't know what this is. I can't wait to clean this up a little bit and see what it is, but that's cool. Patents, something 1903 for the patent date there. That's cool. I want to find out more about that, but again, yeah, totally unexpected. Sweet, I love it. Well, it is the next day. I am back. I had to leave about an hour early yesterday, so I decided it's supposed to have rained last night and all day today, but it's not. It's holding off for a bit, so I'm taking advantage of it. I'm getting out here a little bit. There's actually even bugs out here. It's not horribly warm, mid-50s, low 50s, something like that. A little bit of a breeze. Tolerable. I didn't think I was going to have anything to film today because it's been a bit slow, though. It was hot yesterday, slow today. But I think I just found a ring. Let's find out. This is ringing up an 18 or a 19. I almost didn't dig it because that's all been garbage, but I'm trying to, in the areas where it's not so heavily encrusted, I'm trying to clear the ground. Whoops, I don't know if I had you in focus or not there. And I have a ring that looks like it might have some stones in it. Whether they're real or not, I don't know. I have a tester. They're small if they are, and 3 of them are missing. But I think I might have a silver ring here. Ooh, and it might have been gold plated at one time. See if I can find any markings inside. Well, no markings that I can see easily straight away, but we'll take it home, clean it up a little bit better, and see what we can see. But I got myself a little ring. That's why it was ringing up low. It is a fairly thin ring, fairly small ring. Whoops, trying to get back in the hole there. But yet another ring out of this place. Wow. Let's keep going a bit more. And it looks like we have our first wheat scent for the day. I don't even think I found one yesterday, but there's definitely a wheat scent peeking through there. I don't know what the date is. Hang on, let me rub it down. I can't, my gloves are too muddy. Hang on, let me see if I can do this. Just wipe them on the ground. And, oh, I might have done absolutely nothing. It's a 1940 something. We'll go with that. It's a 40 something. So, once again, this place continues to give up good stuff. And it seems like stuff just keeps getting better. There's a lot of questionable signals there. This time I dug a few of them to try to see what they were. There's a lot of zinc penny signals there, so I tried to clear some of that out of the ground. And some of the smaller, bric-a-brac, basically. At some point, what I might want to do is see if I can get me some little flags or some little something that I can throw on the ground and mark off squares or large areas and just go through that area and clear every single signal. There's some spots, though, I don't know if I want to do that. Like, there's a couple of, this is an old ball field, and when you get close to home plate, because that's also the side close to the road, it gets really trashy. Like, somebody left a 6-pack there, and the mower just shredded it. It's bad. So I see that a lot in the areas that I go to, so trying to wiggle your way around and figure out what is good out of all of that is kind of difficult, and it's kind of frustrating sometimes too. But if you stay at it, you can find some good stuff. Let's see what we did find. And here's a board. Here's what we came away with. I did find one golf ball absolutely power hit by the mower there. You can see where the mower struck it right here, I think, and then that caused the split in the ball. Um, Found some odd little things I just kept just to throw a few of them on the table. I found a lot more junk than this, but just some oddball things, part of a car, part of a square nail, something melted, something else melted, and a couple of fishing weights. Found parts. I thought this might have been part to the same toy gun, but if you look, the little cylinder piece here for the barrel is different size. So that's part of a different toy gun. That's all parts of one. That's part of another. Some sort of a fitting. I have no idea what this is for. It's not threaded on the inside. Don't know. Looks old. Not horribly old. I thought this might have been a pellet for a pellet gun at first, and then I realized it's threaded on this end. This is the tip of a spark plug. You can get spark plugs that have these little tips that you can just screw off, because some of your fittings, the car spark plug wires, just screw or slide right over to the little screw terminal left behind. Speaking of, that might have been something that was used on this at one time. I glued the fractions that I had back together. I do believe, now correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure you probably will, that this is probably an old Ford based on the firing order. If you look, it's marked there, and I think these go backwards, counterclockwise, so it'd be 1548632 firing order, and I think that's a Ford firing order. That actually matches some of your new the Coyote, the 5-liter Coyote engines, I believe. Found some clad. Like I said, I got a lot of zinc pennies there, and just regular clad. Kept this. I found this. It is almost looks artificially worked, artificially in the shape of a potential, not an arrowhead, but a throwing spear or something, but it's very sharp. I don't see the napping signs that would be typical for. It may be just a splinter off of a rock. I don't know. But I thought it was cool, so I saved it. I keep trying. I want to find some Native American stuff here, but that's hard in the area that I'm in. Got this. It was silver at one time. Carlton silver plate is what's listed on it. You could almost never tell it was silver plated. It's got a little bit of a fancy design to it there. That's kind of nice. And I think when I looked this up, the Carlton was actually part of Oneida, and the Carlton portion or name wasn't used or hasn't been used since like back in the early 1900s, possibly as early as like 1898. So I don't think this is that old, but I can definitely see like somewhere right around turn of the century to 1920s or 30s. I think they had changed the name to Oneida at that point, though, and was using Oneida, not Carlton. I'm not a spoon expert, so I don't know. This is really cool. I just don't know what it is. It says H.E. Keeler, patent, February 24th, 1903. The ends here are have cuts in them for grip of some sort. I don't know why or what it would have been used for. This beam pattern indicates that something may have gone through and bolted onto this, and this would have ridden on something, perhaps, and fairly forcefully. I don't know. This looks like so many different things. It almost looks like it may be an old rocker for a valve train in a car, but I think it's one, too long, and two, I don't think these ends are correct. I found a lot of clad that was getting older. Of course, my 65 quarter. I cannot find a silver quarter this year to save my stinking life. Got dang near everything else, though, from, a couple of 60 pennies on up to 69, a 64 nickel, a couple of 60s dimes, and only one wheat penny for the day, a 44. Nothing special, just your typical 44 wheat penny. That ring turned out to be complete garbage. There's nothing precious whatsoever about it. Probably now this is what I would think of as a kid's ring, because you typically want to give kids something that is not precious, that if they lose it, you don't freak out over it. So that's what I would call a kid's ring, and it is very small, so that makes sense. Found one button that was older, but not that old. It is iron backed, but it has a nice cool front. But again, I don't think this is horribly old. I would be hesitant to say that this goes older than 1950s. So, but this is a different story. This is my find of the day, I think. I am pretty certain the flat button, the patination, the design, the shank, the fact that there's no seam mark on this, I think that would put this somewhere between about 1785 and 1800. So 1700s flat button. How cool is that? In an area, I'm in Michigan, I'm in Southwest Michigan. We don't find stuff like this. This is, I mean, this is quite possibly, if I can definitely place this into the 1700s, the oldest thing I've found yet that I can actually confirm. So this would be a huge find for me. Either way, even if it is 1800s, I still love it because, like I said, we just don't find those things around here. So, for me to be able to find something like this it's a really special occasion to me. And to find it in an area that's in a very easily accessible area of town that is in a public location. It's a public park off in a neighborhood area. It's just one of those things. It's sometimes these places are easier to miss than you would think they would be. And this one is a place that was missed. If people had detected here before, I would not be able to go back time and time and time again and find all the stuff that I've found. So I'm pretty certain I am the only person that's ever detected this site. And if somebody did before, they just didn't have a good detector. They're probably one of the inexpensive, like what I call toy detectors almost, that you can find at various sporting goods stores for $100 or so. Those will tell you there's metal in the ground, not always what kind of metal, and after people that will buy those, generally after digging a few pieces of garbage, get discouraged anyway and don't use them again. So anyway, I'm kind of getting off topic. Button, I like button. So anyhow, that might be getting awfully doggone close to the last time I can get out and detect for any length of time this year. Fingers crossed I'm wrong, but we're getting close. So anyhow, let's hope that I do get to go out at least a few more times here, and we'll see what happens. Until then, we'll talk to you guys later, and I hope you're having a wonderful time with whatever you're doing and finding your own treasures. Bye-bye.